Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Tobin Talks Real Property. Today we're going to talk about title insurance and specifically why and how it's so important for buyers and lenders to have a title insurance policy when they close on real property. Now, almost always if you're buying property and you have a mortgage, the mortgage lender is going to require title insurance because that protects the lender's interest in the property. Almost always when you get a loan, the lender's got more money in the property than the buyer does. So they need to be protected with a title insurance policy. Title insurance is almost always underwritten by a large public company regulated as to reserves in order to pay claims if needed. So if you're getting a loan, it's going to be required. If you're paying cash, it's almost crazy to not have title insurance because now you've got all the equity in the property, you're taking the risk. So just like a lender would require it, so should a buyer require title insurance. Now, here's some examples, recent examples of where title insurance has come in handy. I recently represented a seller of real property. I had represented them in the purchase. I had issued title insurance. I had had my underwriter search the property and come up with a title insurance commitment and the requirements to the seller in order to close. There had been a probate 2 sellers back in the chain of title. My title underwriter found no interest in any of the estates. When my client went to sell the property, their title insurance commitment came up with a requirement that an heir hadn't been joined in title and may still have an interest in the property. Now, it would have been incredibly impractical, and who knows how long it would take or what it would cost to find that individual and get a deed from them. But because I had issued a title insurance policy to our seller when they bought, we quickly took that policy, went to the title insurance underwriter, and asked them to give a letter of indemnity to the new buyer's title insurance company. They issued it a day later. That indemnity allowed the buyer's title insurance policy to move forward and ensure the lender and the buyer that they had good title, knowing that the first title insurance underwriter was on the hook, and if a claim was ever made or needed to be paid, that title insurance underwriter knew that they were covered by the first one. That enabled the deal to move forward, close quickly, without drama, without any concern or delays. So, title insurance can be expensive. Relative to other states and Florida, it is expensive. It's about $575 per every 100,000 of coverage, but it's a necessity to a real estate transaction. It is what allows the money to move quickly and be at risk in lending and buying property. That knowledge that you have an insurance policy behind you, that if something comes up, you're covered. So do not buy or lend without first getting title insurance. All right? Very important. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.